Well, good morning, Feast community. I hope you are safe and well. Last week, I introduced our new reflection series, and I asked you to send me questions that you have about God and the Bible. Because over the next several weeks during our reflection time, I'm going to be attempting to answer your questions about God and the Bible. No question is off limits. Thank you to those of you who have already sent me questions. Please keep them coming and email them to me at pattonr@hpumc.org. Our question for this morning comes to us from the Spindlers family, from Shirley, Stan, and Scott, and it's a question about Psalm 23. But before we get to the question, let's talk for a minute about Psalm 23. This psalm is one of the most recognizable and familiar in all of the Bible. Personally, for me, it's one of my favorite psalms. And it's considered a psalm of trust. It expresses confidence in God's love and care and provision. And the writer of the psalm uses the metaphors of shepherd and banquet host to talk about God. So let's read it together. Psalm 23, feel free to follow along in your Bible. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord my whole life long. So the Spindlers' question about this psalm is, why does the writer of Psalm 23 change how the shepherd is addressed from he to you? Another way of asking this question is, why does the writer of the psalm refer to God in the first three verses as the Lord and he, and then shift in verse 4 to referring to God as you? What this shift does is it highlights the intimate relationship that develops with God when one experiences God's care in the midst of suffering. Things that we may know in our minds about God become first-hand understanding when we realize God's complete and full presence with us, even in our darkest times. This shift in the psalm captures the truth that sometimes we experience God most profoundly, and our relationship with God greatly deepens when we are in challenging times, when we are struggling, when we are walking through the darkest valley. Times of grief, loneliness, isolation, sickness, despair. As a whole, this psalm reminds us that we can trust in God's care and provision and presence in our life and God's endless love, even in our darkest times. And I don't know about you, but this is a reminder that I have needed to hear a lot lately. Because I am tired. I'm tired of the shelter-in-place orders. I'm getting overwhelmed by thinking about one more day at home, away from the office, one more day trying to work and homeschool my 5-year-old. I miss my colleagues and my friends. I miss all of you. I miss gathering in the first floor of the Tollison building, having Chance's coffee and worshiping together. I try not to think about how much I miss my 99-year-old grandmother who lives in a nursing home, and I try not to wonder if and when I will see her again. And I miss eating out in restaurants. But when I read Psalm 23, when I pray Psalm 23, Psalm 23 assures me that amidst all of these feelings, I can have hope and I need not fear because God is with me. And God is with you. God is leading us, providing for us, caring for us, and pursuing us with God's endless mercy, love, and goodness. And it is because of these truths that I can pray with confidence the prayer that has become a mantra to me over these 6 weeks or so. It's a prayer I have shared with you nearly every Sunday. And all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Will you pray that with me? And all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. We are not alone. God is with us. Your church is here for you. We will get through this. Until then, I will see you next Sunday. Be well, keep safe, and may God bless you and your family. Take care.